Okay, today is the fourth day of the meeting, the 61st meeting of Nobel Laureate winners. The meeting, as I said over the last 3 days, is not just about Nobel winners getting together, but it's more about the Nobel winners meeting the future Nobel winners, the young scientists and researchers from all over the world. And for today, the fourth day, about 5 or 6 more Nobel winners have presented their case in the morning. And then now they are in breakout sessions in small groups with respective groupings of researchers and also Nobel winners. Among the things spoken today that I think have very direct correlation to people in Malaysia, either in chemistry with fluorescence marking of minute detail of cells, and also the roles of ubiquitin system in health and disease. Sounds big, but it all looks at how micro, small things in our bodies, in ourselves, and how that relates back to the bigger picture of global health, which actually is the theme for this 61st meet. And you can see that there are a lot of areas that Malaysia, the young scientists in Malaysia and researchers in Malaysia can look forward to. And it's actually, if I link to the 5 young scientists I have with me, thanks to Akademi Sains of Malaysia, they do have direct correlation to a lot of things that they have been picking answers for. And here, at this particular meeting, they not only get to hear some answers, but they get more questions that will bring them to more answers. Cynthia.
Hey, Chikam, you are there with 24 Nobel laureates, 570 young scientists and researchers. But to the public, to the masses, why is this meeting important to them? I mean, what do they need to know and why?
Okay, it's like this. So many times, if we talk about science, we remember books, we remember classes. But to me, in Cell Hall, there one in Cell, in Lindau, where all the meetings are made, apart from the rest, is that the science is such an easy thing, because you can just sit there, look at the problem, and find solutions. And that's basically science. In fact, a lot of these Nobel laureates will talk about simple things like you must question everything that's being told to you. For example, the Professor Toto yesterday told the audience that average of 70% around the world just accept whatever is being told to them. And that's wrong, because we are supposed to question, we're supposed to check the facts and find out real answers. And I think if people are more exposed to this, this meeting in Lindau is done on this small island in the southwestern part of Germany. And it's not like there are people, professionals all around. No, it's a small island more for tourism rather than anything else. I can't even get a USB thumb drive to buy here. But it's linked also to the mainland that is mostly apple and grape farmers. So it is relevant to them, because just beside this hall is, for example, institution for elderly, and a lot of the things said here, like about telomere and telomerase, starting to unravel genetic codes and also protons and enzymes that can make people healthier and better. It's just that I do agree that some of the presentation, even I have a problem understanding, but this is targeted more for the very niche and learned young scientists. They know how to make sense of this, but the question is whether when they go back, they can share that with the people all around.
Yes, JK, when you mentioned that, what can they share when they come back? So, from you have been interacting with the young scientists for the past couple of days. What do they intend to bring back from this Lindau meeting? Because we have been sending the young scientists to Lindau since 2004.
In the first few days, first 1 or 2 days, a lot of the questions asked during the Q&A, that's when I can gauge all these things that you are asking me. It seems like it's more about their own insecurities. Yeah, but how to get funding? We're not surrounded by great people like you in Harvard, Stanford, UCLA, whatever it is, that they have great labs, even in Texas. But we're coming from an ecosystem that, the past is not safe for us to go and do great science. But after that, on the third and the fourth day, you can see that they are more confident, they're more secure about what they do have. And the trick is, just like what the Nobel Laureates have said, that you must make yourself into a good material so that you are prepared to link yourself to the best research centers, to the best research group of scientists working on the best possible explanation to the questions that are bugging humanity right now, especially in the 21st century. So I guess what they can do is do that, prepare themselves the best. And today, Cynthia, this is a school. I haven't sent the story to news yet. I was just in the middle of typing the last word. That I've bumped into a professor that is very pivotal to our future because he is the chairman of the board of New York Academy of Science. And we do have a collaboration now. What the government has just had a first meeting. That's a grouping that we are doing on science and technology. And Professor Dr. Thorsten Wiesel have shared with me that he has looked at the plans that our leaders have presented to him, our scientists have presented to him, our Academy of Science Malaysia have presented. And he is very confident that the path that we are taking to break out of this middle income trap shackle, to bring more value, not only in terms of economic value, but also about quality of life in Malaysia, is on the right path. It's just that more awareness is needed to be spread around so that even those in school, even those with lifelong learning can learn more knowledge and bridge the gap so that we have a bigger pool to push and propel the finest of us to do cutting-edge research and the new knowledge areas.
Chikan, perhaps you could maybe shed some light what is about to happen for the next 2 days before this Lindau meeting ends.
There will be another last presentation tomorrow, individual presentations of the Nobel winners, as usual in the morning, and the breakout sessions in the evening or afternoon. And the last day we'll get to see communicating science. I think that's your topic for tonight with Professor Ahmad Ibrahim. That is Island of Mind Now, where there's an exhibition on science and health, and then how we can see for ourselves the complex interaction presented in very simple way. I'm looking forward to that, if I'm not young away on some other urgent assignments. And I think a question for Professor Ahmad Ibrahim is because one of the presentation by Professor Farid Murad, he's also a Nobel winner, he found about NO, and it's about nitrous oxide. So he presented a video that was very easy for us to understand. It's a video that is done in the hospital in Texas, and it talks about what he got the Nobel for, and how important is nitric oxide, for example, from Viagra right up until relaxing our muscles and also the pipeline for blood to flow in our veins and all that will help and give tremendous benefit of how cells also communicate to one another, for example, Cynthia.
Okay, thank you, Chikam. Perhaps we will talk to you again in the next episode of Sudut Pandang. Thank you.
Yes. Give my regards to Professor Ahmad Ibrahim to do this in a bigger way next year.
Right.